Hello everybody and welcome to Mexico 2019. So we did the shorter race of this one and we just had the quick qualifying. There was Dave, Ken, Craig, myself, James and Sam's on pole. Sam, Craig, James, Ken. I'm down there in 12th after a very careful lap. Dave's a little bit further back away from the start. Some hope that the other guys wouldn't make such a good start this time. That didn't really come about. They made good starts and already I'm in 16th. Where is the corner? Wow, they're bold. So I'll try and make up a bit of ground back here. Yes, it's all very tough. I'm still in 19th and it's just a queue. There's just a whole queue of cars ahead. I'm trying to make up ground desperately here. This is P17 and basically Kubitsa's not having it, and the guy behind gives me a tap. So lap 1 I'm still in P17. By lap 2 I'm going around the outside. Seems to be a slightly better move, but what a queue of cars, and they're not having it. Diving down the inside of me there, Grosjean. Do you see where he came from? Nor did I. Straight up the inside, gave me a bit of a clout and he's passed. And then this is where it all went wrong for me. It's lap 3, I'm in P16, I'm coming up. I thought I cleared Grosjean. Everything seems alright, might get a bit of a tow here. I catch Grosjean's front wing only slightly. He could have backed out of that, but he didn't. And that's the end of my race. Sam, look at him. Look back down that straight. This is lap 4. Look down the straight, nothing. No one else there at all. Sam was serene out the front, and congratulations to him for another dominant win. Meanwhile, behind, you can see that's Lewis Hamilton, and he's got 2 Ferraris on his tail. The first one of which is Craig, the second one of which at this point is Ken. Dave's trying to move up at the back. James has had a bit of an incident, so he's also having to move up at the back. That's a very firm move, but Lewis isn't having it. You might have thought he'd have given up on that, but instead Craig has to basically shuffle him out of the way there and then try and hold him off down the straight. Some of these guys were really hard work. What's more, you'll see here a very important incident, because Lewis has got the tow now. He appears to be unhappy with Craig's tactics, and Lewis goes for the inside and Craig goes to cover him off and still goes across, and they're in the barrier. Somehow Craig survived. Lewis drops right down. We might see Lewis again later on. Ken gets through. So that Ken's the lead Ferrari. Ken had a very good race. But here we go. So Ken's the lead Ferrari. And I think at this point you might be able to tell from the lines that Craig's taking that he's got a little bit of damage and needed to come into the pits. Meanwhile, Dave, that's Dave around the outside of Grosjean, who fights hard, but nope, Dave's made that one stick, and that's actually James and Craig. They're moving their way up through the back. James is in the Alpha, Craig's in the Ferrari, there's a Williams in the way. It was all pretty tight. This is lap 7, so they sort of think they need to get on with it. They're about to be assisted though when there comes out a safety car, actually caused by Dave. But here's the Ferrari. Whoa! Bit of grass past the Williams, and then Craig's after that and dives down the inside of James. Pretty firm move, and they find themselves side by side again. Alpha on the inside. Oh, there's no room out there. So, the safety car, unfortunately Dave's retired. The safety car, that's where you can see Sam for a moment. Perez is up into second, and it's mayhem behind. 2 Ferraris, 1 Alpha. Here we go. Perez, oh, that's a Ferrari. Misses everybody. It was a bit long. A bit later on. There's Ken, Craig, and that Alpha's still there. And Perez therefore is hanging on. The Ferraris are side by side. Trying to get on with it. And again, the Ferraris are side by side, lap 13. One of them's out on the grass. And this is where it all got a bit tight. Suddenly there's a yellow flag, 2 Ferraris. They've gone a bit wide. Perez is back about to move up again. Ken survived. Craig had a bit of damage, I think, and had to go to the pits. So here's Ken. He survived. He's now behind Perez. Craig's a little bit behind him now. But there's Craig. He's in a bit of trouble. This is Craig. Oh. Look at that fighting. So that's Ken. Sorry, that's Ken fighting his way past Perez into his podium position. James is up in second. Now here, this is Craig shuffling Stroll off. Some bodywork going. What you might notice here is Lewis Hamilton's 10th. Craig is behind, and Craig's got to go for his point if he wants it. Now actually the penalties will put him right back out of the points again, but let's just see. This is his last lap, and he's, well, there's some hope of getting a point. So you always want to finish in the top 10 if you possibly can. He pulls up. Sam, by the way, is basically won. Congratulations, Sam. James is second. Ken's on the podium for third. And Perez hung on for fourth. And Craig tries everything, including pushing the Mercedes around the last corner. Right behind Lewis Hamilton. But Lewis at this point is 10th. Craig is 11th, as I say. Craig actually had a couple of penalties, so wouldn't have actually picked up the point for that anyway. But it was an entertaining race with nothing else to watch, and shame I didn't last longer, but there you go. Thanks for everyone for turning up, and plenty of fun. See you next time.